Whoops. I am so tired. And I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? I'm fine. Am I fine? I'm fine. Am I fine? I might be fine. Never mind, I'm fine. First of all, hello! Happy Tuesday! I don't usually stream on Tuesdays, but we are today. Yeah. I can watch because I've seen Logan play this game. Hell yeah! Nora, welcome in! And you also welcome in! But yes, hope you're all doing well today. Hope you're all a little more awake than I am. God, I need the weather to fucking get itself back together. I hate being this tired fucking all the time. Again, it's because like weather swings have been like so weird. Like earlier today it was fucking pouring. We had like hail for a couple minutes and now it's sunny again, I think. God, I hate it. But anyway, Ace Attorney. I also we're moving this week's streams around a little bit because number one, I have an appointment on Friday and I don't know if I'm gonna stream on Friday, so I want to get at least 3 streams in this week as usual. I don't know, maybe I'll take Friday off, I don't know, so we're streaming today. Number 2, I really want to finish this game this week, so we may try to squeeze in another stream if we need it. We might, honestly, because I don't know how long these chapters are gonna be. And yeah. And I'm probably gonna meet up with my sister at some point this week, and I don't exactly know when yet. Actually, hold on. Before I forget, I should probably text her real quick. 1 second. There we go. So yeah, this week, a little weird. Lenny, welcome in! I had a storm Sunday, which knocked my power out. Damn. Real, the sirens went off last night. It was storming so hard, and I was freaking out because I hate storms. And then 2 nights ago, we got real bad storm and hail. Oh, yikes. I assume this is a blind playthrough, by the way, in which case I'll keep a trap. No, it's... Okay, so this is not a blind playthrough. This is my second... Well, I've watched a playthrough of this game before, and we're going through it again. So I already, like, roughly know what happens, but still... Because, you know, some of the people watching may not. We're still gonna, like, keep it spoiler-free. If not for me, then at least for other people. Oh, well, speaking of storms, it is thundering outside, so that's fun. I'm also gonna have to, like, watch out because, dude, my granddad has been at the hospital since, like... Number 1. My granddad at the hospital. Nothing serious, nothing serious. I don't even know if he's there for himself or I think he drove his brother there for like something. I think it's nothing serious. But my granddad got up at 4 a.m. earlier today. Had to be at the hospital or was advised to be there for his appointment at like 6:30, right? 6:30 in the morning. It is currently... And like the way from the hospital to like the hospital they drove to is like an hour-ish from here. It is currently 3 p.m. My grandfather is still not back. They have been waiting since early this morning for the fucking doctor. They waited like 5 hours. And then when they were supposed to be called on, when it was supposed to be their time, the like secretary or whatever, they informed them that apparently the doctors and staff and everything now like had their lunch break, and after their lunch break they have like another like meeting that they have to go through first, and after that it will finally be his turn. What in the actual fuck? And they couldn't even tell him why he had to wait so long, right? They didn't even tell him like why he had to wait over 5 hours. Like at that point, if you are that busy, don't accept the fucking appointment. offer to like rescheduling would also suck. But like just communicate somehow. That is awful. Yeah, 5 hours before they told him that he had to wait another like probably like 2-ish hours because the staff was on lunch break and then they have another meeting. So it was over 5 hours. He's been gone for like now he has been there for like almost 9 hours. That is fucking wild. That is fucking wild. He has been at the hospital waiting for like his appointment for about 9 hours now. Would rather reschedule the appointment? Yeah, literally. But I mean, now he's already there. You know, like, what do you do at that point, right? If you've already been there for that long, like, do you just go home? Knowing you wasted, like, almost half a fucking day? 1/3 of a day? Public healthcare, am I right? And to be fair, like, Germany is one of the countries that like tends to have it less bad. Like, we're not fucking America. We're not the fucking US. Like, Germany's healthcare system also kind of sucks. But you would think that it would at least be a little better. Especially because they already told him. They told him to come earlier. They told him to be there at like 6:30 so he wouldn't have to wait as long. Because apparently, I think like I don't know what exactly his initial appointment would have been, but it was later. And they already told him to come earlier. Like, dude. That is so wild. Yeah, no, a fucking, so, like, if you gotta make it, like, if there's like an emergency or something, sure. Like, you can't control if there's like an emergency and like you need that specific doctor somewhere like right now, but you could at least communicate that. You could at least tell your patient that, hey, something happened. We gotta focus on this first. We apologize, and you could be like, okay, that's fine. That happened when we were at the vet. When we were at the vet with our dog, someone like came in with an emergency. And one of the staff came to us and they were like, hey, and like we haven't even been waiting for long. We had been sitting there for like 10 minutes. And they came to us and they were like, hey, super sorry, but like there's an emergency. We gotta take care of that first. We apologize. Please wait for a little longer. And we were like, okay, that's totally fine, you know? Like, do what you gotta do. Why can't they do that? That's so wild. Also, Sven, welcome in. I'm crashing out about German hospitals. Like, dude. It is so bad. And like, dude, he's gonna be pissed when he comes back. I would be surprised if he hasn't already like lashed out at any of the like people working there, because he would have every right to, genuinely. 50 hours on an appointment too, almost as long as your grandpa's. Thank God for portable handhelds. If not, I'd be finishing the whole hospital. Yeah, dude. Doctors squeeze every money out of you, and well, in the US they do. I mean, we have like Germany has free healthcare. You know, like we don't have to like pay for every like. The US is a special case. They are a special case of god fucking awful. Germany has free healthcare. It's just like the waiting time sometimes can be and like even this is like not the usual. Like, this is not the norm. Waiting an hour, sure. Waiting 2 hours, sure. But over 5 hours, that is not normal. You guys have free healthcare? Honey, I hate to break it to you. Many countries have free healthcare. The US? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the US like one of the, if not the only like country, not country, but what's it called? Like financially stable, good, big country like to not have free healthcare. I'm pretty sure the US is special in that regard. Because most countries have free or at least better healthcare than the US. The US, despite being like the biggest like one of the biggest powerhouses in the world, is wild. Yeah, they do fucking hate you guys. It's baffling. That was the word I was thinking of. First world country. Yes. Oh yeah, the US is special in many not good ways. In many bad ways. God. But yeah, Germany has free healthcare. Most first world countries have free healthcare. And again, everyone hates everyone here. Also, kind of true. Yeah. Like, at this point, literally, like, if you live in the US, my condolences. That's all I can say. Like, Germany also sucks. Most other, like, pretty much every place on the world currently really sucks, but the US is, pretty high up. It's pretty high up in terms of, like, just the continuous downward spiral of everything going wrong. Yeah, no, like, American politics fucking suck at the moment. Like, it's awful. It is genuinely awful. And, goddamn. Goddamn. Gotta love politics. Gotta love politics. But hey, see, the thing is, like, as much as it sucks, that's, like, all the more reason why you can't just, like, turn away from it, right? Because that's what got us here in the first place. Because many people were like, it doesn't affect me directly, so I'm not gonna, like, worry about it. I'm just gonna, you know, it's whatever, right? Like, that's how we got here. That is a big part of how we got here, because people did not bother to, like, engage with politics. So now more than ever, it is really important too. Anyway, Reverse 1999, an Assassin's Creed preview. Have to watch in the future before next week. I haven't watched that yet, actually. And to be fair, like, I mean, I don't really care to begin with, because I could not care less about Assassin's Creed. I've never played it. I know nothing about Assassin's Creed, basically. I still... Oh, there goes my Once in a Blue Moon YouTube notification. I couldn't read that name in time, but thank you for subscribing to the channel. I still have to continue playing Reverse. I'm still, I finished chapter 1. I haven't started chapter 2 yet. I've been playing... Dude, I started... Dude. I'm gonna be busy for the next, like, week or so, because I started Bust of Fellows 2. Which, for those of you who don't know, mystery visual novel, ultimate game, that's, like, it's an ultimate game, but, like, the romance aspect is not really heavily focused on. It's kind of like a side thing, almost, in comparison to, like, the main plot and the characters themselves. A sequel to the first one. Fucking incredible game. Can only highly recommend it. It is, like, the first game is, like, if you play the whole story, because it's the way it works is, like, you have 5 routes, and if you complete all 5 routes, you unlock a true ending. So that's, like, a solid 50-ish or more hours of playtime, and I don't know how long Best of Fellows 2 is gonna be, but I assume it's gonna be similar. I started it yesterday, and my god, I'm loving it already! Joshua, welcome in! Happy Tuesday! Should I get Wu-Tang or Stellar Blade? I did not play either, so I have no idea. You can buy AC2 for $2.50 on Steam currently. Planning to play it on the weekend. I don't think it's my game. Like, I just don't think it's my kind of game, you know? Oh, but there goes the Castle Labs alert. YouTube alerts are weird. Only 4 more years, I muttered to myself while rocking back and forth. Oh dear. But yeah, dude, if you like visual novels, if you like fucking banger mystery plot, and also pretty men, and also pretty girls, and also pretty non-binary people, because Bust of Fellows actually has canonically non-binary representation, so that's fun. And canonical, at least by representation. So that's even more fun. Play Buster Fellows. Every now and then it goes on sale. At one point, you could buy you could literally buy the game for like €2. Fucking steal. I think now it's like 35 or 40 bucks on Steam. But it's literally 50 hours of gameplay. So I would say absolutely worth it. It's also got like a banging Japanese cast. Like we have... Okay, wait. Many of you are probably not gonna know these voice actors. But we got like a lot of like popular Japanese voice actors. We got a protagonist who is actually not a self-insert. Like she is her fully established own character. Which is pretty rare for an Ultimate game. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it so much. Would still be interesting to you reacting to the collab to see the difference. I might at some point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care enough about like that kind of stuff to begin with. Like genuinely, I'm not a collab person. I'm not a collab person to begin with. I think they can be fun, but I'm the kind of person I actually don't like. Not that I don't like collabs. I don't care for them, and I guess that's why I also like the Fate collab so much, is because I don't want collab partners to like take up a big take center stage in the game that they're initially supposed to be a guest appearance in. You know, like with Fate, it was fine, or HSR and Fate, because it was an HSR trail-based continuance, and the Fate characters, you know, were there as guests. That's how it's supposed to be, in my opinion. And I don't like. I like my events and stories to be canon, you know? And with collabs, usually it tends to be like very weird, where either you have like a story and, you know, that's like completely separate, or they try to like somehow weave it into canon, and that sometimes can end up feeling very strange and unnatural in my opinion. So I'm not the biggest fan of like bigger in-game collabs. Speaking of which, I heard a certain group is banning games from Steam and itch.io. Oh yeah, Collective Shout? Fuck that. Pretty sure it's Collective Shout, right? Like the group that is allegedly trying to protect women and children by harming women and children through basically wanting to remove them from any and all video games. Yeah. Fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. Dude, yeah, there's been a lot of shit going on in the gaming world recently with Collective Shout and the whole Visa, and I think also MasterCard issue, like payment processors just straight up like not allowing you to buy certain games. And people have been like sending emails and calling and trying to overload these companies to fucking stop with their bullshit. It's wild. It is wild. Fuck censorship. Fuck censorship. I don't care what your fictional tastes are, whether what you consider to be acceptable or not acceptable. Censorship for one is censorship for all. The moment you censor one type of media, it is inevitable that the censorship of everything that you may dislike but may also like is gonna follow suit. There are maybe any games that have domestic violence in them, which okay, but even games where it's so obvious in the game that's a bad thing, it's not even yeah. And not even just that. There I saw a list of content that they deem, problematic or unsuited, whatever. And it's literally any and all mentions of violence and gore, diapers, menstruation, Like, very benign things, very natural things that they don't want to... Like, it's not about protecting anyone. Like, that's not about protecting anyone. They just want to silence people. They're just, like, straight up pro-censorship. Yeah, censorship is dumb. Like, as long as these people are not that's my take. I have fictional tastes that some would consider weird, and I consider other fictional tastes of other people very, like, I have things that people consider weird and would probably consider, you know, somewhat taboo, and there's many things that I see other people enjoy where I'm like, that's ew. But as long as these people are not actually causing harm in real life, and they don't hold those views in real life, because, newsflash, your fictional preferences do not dictate your morals and your values in real life, I couldn't care less. I could not care fucking less. And even if they did, that is an individual issue. That does not justify banning the medium entirely. It just doesn't. Like, any and all pieces of media have a, like, the whole point of art is that it's supposed to let you explore. It is supposed to let you explore topics and themes that you cannot do in real life. That's the point of fantasy. Like, it is so wild. And if you don't like one certain, like, type of fictional content, and you want it to be banned or you want it to be restricted, be prepared for your own preferences, for your own preferred content to eventually face the exact same treatment. Because it's a slippery slope. They're never gonna stop at one. Censorship always escalates, without exception. Anyway. Anyway, hold on, one second. There we go. Okay. Dude. Another, like, problem about like the weather being so weird is, like, the air just feels like so heavy these past days. You know what I mean? Like, it feels so heavy. Like, it is genuinely, like, getting, like, it is genuinely, like, harder to breathe these days, because, like, the weather has been shifting so much, and, like, sometimes it's, like, very humid. Like, it rains, and then after that it's, like, really, like, warm, so the air is really humid and heavy. I hate it. I'll start the game. I know nothing about Ace Attorney. Well, in that case, heads up that this is, we are literally, like, on the final case of the game. The final main case. Especially there are a lot of games they'll censor that, like, the bad content they're removing is deemed inappropriate, but also an actual meaningful thing, both to the story and just a lesson in general. Like, the first thing that comes to my mind is Persona 4, yeah. And even if it's not supposed to be the lesson, even if it's just, like, straight up fucking fetish content or whatever, who cares? Who cares? As long as they're not encouraging or as long as the only times where I will say that, like, not banning, but, you know, condemning this type of content is fair, is if the author or the creator of said content is publicly, explicitly, openly supporting this shit in real life. If there's a fucking predator that is creating, you know, like, very, like, fictional content about, you know, these sorts of things, and that person in real life states that they feel that way about real children, real people, then yes, that is a problem. Because, you know, the intent behind it is harmful. But usually that is not, oftentimes that is not the case. And people just assume that. People just assume that. Based on the content they create. Someone could create fucking, like... Like, listen. You could have fucking, like, lolicons and shotacons that donate to, like, organizations that support, like, children that have faced abuse and whatnot, like charity organizations, and people would still be like, and people would call out for, like, quote, hypocrisy, when it doesn't, like, that's just fucking nonsensical. Reminds me of a Japanese mangaka that had so much CP, or CSAM, actually, that the authorities thought he was a dealer. Yeah, I forgot who that was. But yeah, just a heads up, child porn implies there's some sort of consent there, so it is just like... Is it CSEM or CSAM? I think it's both. Child sexual assault, or child sexual abuse material. Abuse, and I think, yeah, there's like exploitation material or something. Something along those lines. There's like a minor correction here. Yeah, I remember whoopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. I forgot who exactly it was. Thought it was the Rent-A-Girlfriend mangaka. Wouldn't be surprised. I forgot who it was. I forgot. Anyway. Game. So let me turn the AC on. I'm also probably gonna have to step away in an hour or so to feed my dogs if my granddad still isn't back by then. Anyway. We stopped at the divination seance. Yes. I vaguely remember it, but we're gonna see it again later. We are now just listening to Rafa's insight. Oh god. At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. Grape juice? Man of culture. Is it Afri? Fry? Do you play reverse? I played it once on stream. And I'm gonna probably keep playing it off stream, just, you know, slower. I did finish chapter 1. I have not started chapter 2 yet. And it's been a minute since I logged on, since like I have just so many games. I have many games that I want to play, but I literally physically cannot because my eyes like start hurting and my head starts hurting after like a certain amount of time, so I kind of have to like plan around that. I do want to keep playing it though. I do want to like see where it goes, at least for a little longer. I also hope you're doing well today. He had been waiting with it. What? He had been waiting vigilantly when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed and the attacker let out a laugh. So what now, Mr. Wright? It's up to us to knock holes in Rafa's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that her understanding of them could be mistaken. Okay, I'll give it a try. Character designs are not— the character designs in reverse are very nice. Okay. My father was waiting in the tomb to— okay. Let's see. Waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Man's voice. Man's voice, Dirk's voice. Stabbed in the back and collapsed. Tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed and the attacker let out a laugh. Whoops, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. No, I didn't mean that. No, that was an accident. That was an accident. That was an accident. Okay, grapes, incense. Sour. Sour. Okay, I forgot. Like, the controls in this one are a little wacky. I remember, with like the insides. Just also, I should probably save just to be sure. Oh, it was Rurouni Kenshin, right? It was that one. Right. I thought of him, but I wasn't sure. I didn't remember if I know that he definitely was also a fucking piece of shit, but I don't remember if that was him. No. I mean, does grape juice taste sour? I mean, okay, wait. God damn it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. Just... I guess... just to be sure. Don't think that's anything. Yes, that's nothing. Yeah, it does taste sour, kind of. I just want to be sure. I don't know, maybe it was poison. They would have known, but I don't know. Okay. It's probably like the laughter and Dirk's face and whatnot. I can't console, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit. He heard Dirk's voice. I mean, it says man's voice. She's interpreting that to be Dirk. I don't... Wait, is that it? Oh, I'm a genius! Your benevolence, there seems to be an inconsistency in your interpretation. Where? Minister Inga is far too relaxed for what was supposedly about to take place. When he heard the voice you claim is Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder. Huh. True. That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive with the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look. Don't you think he would have been worried about being attacked from behind? Fair. And whose voice was it? It was likely someone whose presence wouldn't have alarmed him. Someone like a friend. But there was no third party at the scene of the crime. Therefore, the voice can only have belonged to Dirk. Maybe it was like a guard or something. Who wasn't there in the tomb. Actually, it could have been a guard, because they could have just, like, blended in when the others arrived. That could reveal the owner of mystery voice, and I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting. That Inga had when he was waiting for Dirk. With it, we just might be able to figure out whose voice it was. Yeah, and yeah, to be fair, and girls can have, you know, masculine voices. We can identify the male voice Inga had with this? I mean, that's Dirk's blood, we know that. Nana Dirk. I mean, maybe. I mean, but would that come into play now? I mean, we can try. Yeah, no, that's not it. As sure as the sun rises in the east. Okay, no. Something that can help us identify. Okay, well, I gotta save first. Discovering the ashes of the tomb's incense burners. Stab the back with a knife. Diagram. Stab from behind. Think more shots. No pad. Woman's photo. Albie statement. This is my children, you're quite these people, yada yada yada. This trilogy does have achievements, yes. Well, I don't think this will be. I don't know. Dirk's badge, law book. I mean, we don't have many things, so we might as well just like cycle through them, I guess. Fucking male boys. Autopsy report. That's not it. Gemstone. That's not it. Mysterious, but we know that those are Dirk's bloodstains. A woman's photo. That's not it. Of course that's not it. Why would I think that's it? Also, yes, Nora, I've got it on Japanese because Apollo in Japanese is voiced by Ken. Very lovely voice actor. And, I wanted to hear- I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the English dub for this game. I like the Japanese one. Motherfucker. The Founder's Orb! No. No, I'm not, Phoenix. I have absolutely no idea. The classic random bullshit go. We can identify the male voice. Okay, identify. Photo of Inga's but wait. No. Wait, no. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. What about that picture? What about that picture? Oh, the phone, maybe? Maybe the phone? That's my father's. I know this must be hard for you, but could you please look at this photograph? There's something there that can point us towards the identity of the voice. The phone. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay. And this little, okay. I thought, okay. They were implying that the voice came from the cell phone, not from anyone actually being, okay. Okay. I believe that the voice the minister heard was of a call on this cell phone. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is your eminence? Wait, was that when he was calling Dirk? While he was still with us, like in Japanifornia? That would have meant that wait, that would imply that he died a day before, right? Wait. What if he died the day before? Like right after he got off the call with Dirk, and then his body was like preserved. Maybe they threw his body in the fucking sarcophagus, and then the day of the alleged murder, they took him back out and threw him on the ground. Maybe. What is your eminence's view on the matter? I concede the possibility. It seems I must refine my vision. Subordinate's voice. That's what it's now. It appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates. Did it? Well, that could fall in line with my earlier theory that if it was a subordinate, well, no. Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them then? My father had members of the secret police position throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Your benevolence, I believe you have an insight to revise. I know, Barbed Head. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty. A call from a subordinate at the palace. So the voice was coming from the phone, that's good to know. But there might have been other sounds coming from the phone, sounds that could be clues. Okay, so if we're going with sounds, is it gonna be the laughter now? I'd assume maybe the laugh. Footsteps. And he was calling. Lions were. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dogs bark, that's shadow. Lions were. Go back. I should save. I should save. There we go. That's not it! Well, good thing we saved. Are you gonna play the DLC case after this? At some point, but not right after this. After this case, I'm gonna take a break from Ace Attorney. And at some point we're gonna come back to it and we're gonna play that case. I heard it's a good one. Try to shoot his attacker, but sensation. I mean, listen, the lion's roar sounds pretty contradictory to me, but I don't know. That maybe. Okay, what do we have? Okay, it's the lion's roar and dog's bark. I think. Maybe? Explosion and laughter. Asinine Attorney would have been cool, but I guess it's not in this collection. It might not be? Or maybe it was here? It was subordinate. Okay, wait. Alright, subordinate's voice. Maybe it's just the wrong... because it's gotta be like those... Whoops, it's gotta be those two. So maybe it's just the wrong argument. Let's try this again. There, okay, I had the wrong thing. I had the wrong statement. I hate to break it to you, your benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again. What do you mean? Again? Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings. She may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on. Let me rephrase that, your benevolence. Your interpretation of your father's phone call to a subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory. What do you mean by that? A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? You claimed the call was with someone at the palace. But let me ask you, do you keep lions there? No. The only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog. She has a pet frog? That's so cute. Wait, that giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet? That's so cute. Besides, there aren't any lions in Khura'in. We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid. Aw, take her to a zoo! Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually from something hanging out in the bird. The bird. Wait. Funny dialogue, question mark? That's where lions live, right? So the subordinate my father was talking to was in the jungle? Maybe he sent him there to get some savage beasts to use in his coup d'etat. You're so stupid. Minister Inga was planning to have lions and gorillas attack the palace. Had to go eat lunch, may I ask? What the hell is that thing on the prosecutor's stand? Don't worry about it. She's gonna be gone soon. Beautiful. That, my friend, is Ursula. Temple, obviously. It was a monk. Actually, I was thinking the exact same thing. Alright, it's the warbad. The burb. Isn't it the cry of the warbad over in the bazaar? Your benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me? Very well. I will now attempt to further refine my vision. Warbad's cry. Huh? Warbad indeed. One of you guys were around last stream, the transformation was subtle. I mean, hey, to be fair, I gotta give her props for being able to change like in such a short time. You know? Gotta give credit where credit's due. That means the subordinate Minister Inga was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace. But why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have? She's right. Is it important to know where the call is? Of course. When in doubt, always. It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot. Wait. It could have been Datz's fucking poppers. I can think of no other item that makes such a noise in the area. Go ahead, Apollo, tell her. Tell my father the real source of that sound. I'll do. Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting. What was the true source of that explosive sound? Wait, never mind if I can actually show. Oh! There we go. Firecracker. It's I'll Be Your Guide's statement. In it, he claims that Dat's a rebel threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar. Huh. The sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. And yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. A bullet fired from Minister Inga's gun. How do you explain that? Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged? Hater Apollo! No, I have none. I forgot how stupid the Koreanese names are. They're so silly. Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been... Was that Datz's fucking laugh? Was that fucking Datz? Oh, you bitch. Oh, it can, and it is. The laugh came from none other than the Joker who got a kick out of startling Aldi with his dragon snot snaps. Da 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 da. The happy-go-lucky That's a Rebel. Na 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 na. Somebody should really put a leash on that guy. I shudder to think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble. You think Dats and Larry should meet? I think they'd be buddies. And there he is! Hey there, AJPW, y'all can thank me later! At least in what way? I wasn't gonna say it, but... You know? Maybe he's into that. Insert Inga's full name. I don't know if you've gotten to that yet. I mean... We've gotten to what... They've said it, like, at least as of now, his name is like, what, Inga Carpool Korean or something? Your benevolence, do you need to revise your insight? It would appear so. Insight revised. Carpool. Okay. Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details of Rayfa's inside again. Wait, and that supports my argument that if the gun wasn't fired at any point... Well, never mind, actually. Never mind. Wait, no. Wait, no. I'll keep going. Can I wait for you to see it? This isn't really a spoiler, but it's the dumbest thing ever. All the other name puns you've seen, this is the worst one. I don't remember what his full name was, but obviously, you know, don't tell me, but I completely forgot. I don't remember. Also, Dats is awesome, and Larry sucks. I should not meet. Hey! There will be no Larry butt slander in my household. I fucking love that loser. Is it in his profile? His full name, I think, or, I mean, his to-be-revealed full name? Probably not. Yeah, if it's not this. Larry hits on underage girls? Does he? I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I seem to remember, like, when did he do that? I know people like to use that, like, one example of, like, him and, like, Pearl, but it's implied that when Phoenix shows him images of, like, shows him profiles of people, Larry doesn't actually see what they look like. Yeah, the Pearl one I'm not counting, because with Pearl, like, when it's implied that when Phoenix shows people other, like, profiles, they don't actually see, like, a picture of the person. Because he was confused that Larry knew how Adrian looked, despite allegedly never having seen her before. Indicating that her profile, like, didn't have a picture, so it wouldn't have a picture of Pearl's either. So that one I'm not counting at all. He did, like, 3 times with Maya in the first game, and then 3 times with Maya in the first game. I mean, did he know how old Maya was? Don't get me wrong, it's weird, but did he even know how old Maya was? So a lot of things about Maya when first game when she was 17, 16, not 17. Was Maya 16 in the first game? Was she 16 in the first game? Not gonna lie, was she not 17 in the first game? Actually, wait, no. Because I think she was 18 at the end of it, right? Yeah, no, that would make sense as we're 16 in the first game. I'm stuck in ads? Oh no. Yeah, that's weird. Why is a 16-year-old working in a lawyer's office? I mean, to be fair, she was like Phoenix's assistant. But also, why do we... Okay, wait. See, that's the thing. Like, listen, I'm not saying that Larry isn't weird. I'm just like questioning whether he really knew Maya's age, because how would he have known? Like, how would he have known? I don't correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't recall anyone ever telling Larry how old she was. All I do remember is that at some point he mistook Maya for like Phoenix's younger sister or something. Which was then later cleared up, of course. Same with Salmonella. Oh, dude, fuck Salmonella. Fuck Salmonella. That, dear God. Dear fucking God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, the thing with Larry is he's just stupid. He's just pretty, like, gets ahead of himself and is low-key stupid. And, weak. To put it simply. Larry is a weak man, in every sense of the word. I'm shocked that Sal didn't get sentenced to anything. Did he not? Oh my god, yeah, I guess he didn't, because he was in, like, the Miles Edgeworth games at one point. That is so weird. Why didn't he? Or maybe he did, but, like, it was shorter. I guess, like, 2 years. Either way, it's weird. He's a fictional version of the mangaka of Rurouni Kenshin. Damn. Yeah, like, if he did get sentenced for anything, then it was, like, a 2-year sentence at most. Dude, Salmonella is... It's Salmonella and fucking Dr. Hottie. Like, whoever came up with those two characters... Ugh. Ugh. Anyway. While gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother, Flutter call, stab in the back, collapse. True source. Final net becomes unconnected himself. I hate Old Bag. I like Old Bag only because of the moments she gives us with Miles. As a witness, she's annoying as hell, but for like just because of the pain she puts Miles through, she's so funny. Explosion? Nah, there. Pain. That okay. Took a call from a subordinate at the bazaar. Next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. Is it maybe like here now? I mean, at this point, it does show that he was aiming the gun. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a shot. No pun intended. Whoops. Please tell me that Red White got a forever jail sentence. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Oh god. How about the old school guy we should hate? Red White of Blue Corp. See, Red White was funny. Like, Red White was just a great, like... He was well written as, like, a weird, like, very Ace Attorney style villain. But yeah, fuck him. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go for it. No, the music isn't stopping, so that's not it. Red made me want to bash my computer screen, and same with Von Karma. Yeah, they're horrible people, but as, you know, they did their job, which was to be hated. Okay, I feel dumb. I feel dumb. I feel silly. I feel a little silly. Fuck it, I'm just gonna, sure! No! Okay, if anyone knows, if anyone has like an idea or hint as to where exactly I'm supposed to go here, I would appreciate it. If not, then I'm just gonna fumble my way around for a little longer. Because, I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost. Next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. Took a call from a subordinate. I mean, presumably those were his own footsteps. I mean, the incense getting stronger, but I don't think that's... His footsteps. Coordinates voice. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. This is not it, but I'm gonna reset just so I can get my health back. And I can trial and error a little bit until I can consult and at least get like the right statement. Trigger from the scene. Okay, so this is still okay. Gazing at the picture of the Holy Mother. Wait. Is it? Wait. Took a call, was stabbed in the back and collapsed. True source of the loud bang was a firecracker. Final laugh was Dad's. Stab in the back and collapse. Bam! No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. My favorite episode are the ones that are not in any of the games, like that one with Edgeworth, Nick, and Larry just hanging out with the dog. That was such a cute fucking episode. Anyone here, raise your hand if you've played Rise of the Ashes. I'm on that case right now. Damn, it's long as the case is, it is a pretty decent one. Oh, Rise from the right. Okay, consult. Help. Phoenix? You and me both, boy. So how's this? Okay. You know that the loud explosion was a firecracker that's true. Yes. An Well, that didn't help me at all! The true, so okay, so I'm assuming it's this statement. Okay, so this has to be later. Four bats cry, dogs bark, pain, footsteps. Whoop! That I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean that. That was an accident. That was an accident. I should probably save here, because at least I still have, like, 2 lives left now. Okay, do I have to fucking look this up? Do I have to fucking look this up? Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, Ace 5. Walkthrough. Alright, time to fucking look it up. Additions testimony. Wait. Before the trial, MS testimony, additions testimony. Okay, wait, this is. Okay. And Revolution trial. I think it is it part 1 or part 2? Rafa's Insight. Okay. Let's see. Final law. First statement and fifth frame. Select the explosion sound. Let the vision play out a bit. Now that you know the explosion's true source, the insight contradicts a certain piece of evidence. Present this. Okay. I'm gonna have to see how they do this because this seems weird. Okay, that's that. Wait, no. Wait. First statement. First statement? Waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. Okay, I'm gonna let it play out a little bit. Where's the explosion? Give me the explosion. Give me the explosion. Oh, god damn you. Okay, and I guess... Okay, what is... Okay, explain this to me. Explain this to me. There's a glaring problem with this insight. Yeah, what the fuck is the glaring problem? You stated that the murder happened at around 3 p.m. Which is right around the time any- Oh! The time! Which is right around the time I planned to wrap the- Yes, okay. Now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. Right, because that happened at 2 p.m. Oh, I'm a silly goose! Oh, I'm the silliest goose to ever goose! Okay, yes. Where is it? Okay. Okay. But after a part where we first see a blue badger. Ah, yes, the blue badger. Wait. Me and my friend are playing it, Rise from the Ashes. We heard one bit of Lana talking about Mia and saying some— oh my god, why does Casual Labs keep doing this? It's saying some things about her, then Lana's actual line was— that's probably why she was attracted to me. Oh yeah, the lesbian line. This is much more canon than I thought. Yeah, and Emma butting in with the intellectually, of course. Emma censored our Ace Attorney lesbians. You have that Blue Badger music burned to your mind. Da 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 da. Never forget. Okay. Because to summarize what he said, around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. Yep. Not 3 p.m. Oh, look at her! Look at her! God damn, okay. Getting pissed. I think you know where I'm going with this. That's his laugh, the cry of the war bat, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Alby's statement, we can put a definitive timestamp on all of these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the Descendants' final moments were at 2, rather than 3, as we had originally thought. Was Dirk with us at 2 p.m.? Surely he was, right? It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Gonna get Lunchables. Nom nom. I should probably get some food soon too. I should probably, after this portion, I'm probably gonna have to take a break to feed my dogs, if my granddad isn't back yet. Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? Oh, I sure fucking am, bitch. Ooh, there go our nails. That's gotta hurt a little bit. Now you see why justice will always prevail. That Mr. Beast pill or something? Not that one. That one fucking sucks. She means that literally, as in she can basically just bend the law to her will, which I think is a little bit of a flaw in their entire system, but that's just me. Peace, I say. Now then, defense, I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that? Nuh-uh. I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, that figure didn't actually have a face. You're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was. Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. Objection! Objection! So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference? Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when... My mother was performing the rite of channeling. Oop. The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Oh, tell me. The royal residence, it would have been virtually unguarded. Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb. Defense, are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused? That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. The face did not appear this time as merely happenstance. Oh, dear God. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day. He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is why? Hello? Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision. It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how can anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder. I forgot about Nayuta. Wait, Nayuta is voiced by Matt Mercer in English? Nice. In Japanese, he's voiced by Namikawa Daisuke, who also voices Hisoka in Hunter x Hunter and Oikawa in Haikyuu. It impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. Yeah, like, what's his name? Lakan in Apothecary Diaries. What if Inga had it? And are you saying this is literally how Inga saw the world? Is that the actual thing that he says? Never seen any of those? Dude, you gotta watch Haikyuu. Hunter x Hunter is good too, but I'm Haikyuu for the gay sports people. And it's good. We can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appeared to him in life. Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Really? My anime list is like 5,000 years long? Fair. I think the first words were watashi or something. Nayuta, can we hear your prayer again? For defense, do you have anything to show to this court? I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Red means, but I'll look the evidence over again. I know what he means. Ah, there we go. A notepad. It was found in Minister Inga's room. It holds the answer we're looking for. Let's see, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Black glasses, diamond type. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, their hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How? The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. Thoughts on Miles Edgeworth? Love him. Love him. Not my favorite prosecutor, but I love him. Can't see face card. I'm pretty sure that is a real thing. I'm pretty sure that is a real thing. People who like struggle with facial recognition. Yeah, I forgot what exactly the thing is called, but it is a real thing. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. I believe Minister Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain that faceless being, and why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me. Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? You'd be a pretty terrible wife if you didn't. You never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is... Oh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. You know what I'm gonna try? Prosopagnosia? Prosopagnosia? So Mr. Wright was right. I've met the voice actor of Miles in the anime. He's a very nice guy. Who is his English voice actor? Maybe I know him from other games or shows. Always want to see Larry and have him sign my... You know what? To each their own. Mia's voice actor also is Luffy in English? Wow. Christopher Wake. I don't think I know him from anything else. The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this. So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. So there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition? A small number of servants who tended to his needs, and me. Surely you are not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. I mean, when you put it like that, I'm not accusing you of that. Oh, no, Your Eminence. Not yet. Still, could she have done it? When I met him, it was before I knew Ace Attorney. Damn. I briefly talked to him about Miles because he had like a little drawing of Miles on his table. Oh, that's cute. He said that I'd do it, dude. Ace Attorney bloopers, my beloved. Has Logan watched the Ace Attorney bloopers yet? If not, then he should. Auron has an alibi, remember? Right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. Who took that photo? In that case... He needs to, though? Oh, he absolutely needs to. We gotta get him on that. After he finishes the Miles games, we gotta get him on that. Your Eminence, does Nana know about Minister Inga's disorder? Of course she does. She is our head servant. So as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. And as the princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would. He finished? What, he finished? Oh. Well, Logan finished the second Miles Edgeworth game before I finished this single case. Just recently? Yeah, I remember I tuned in a couple streams back, and there he was like on the final case. You, witchless lawyer. How quick you are to forget the facts. Facts like... When Inga was last seen alive. You claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Rafa saw him at 2:30. So you see the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m, but that makes no sense. The hour dark ended, that makes no sense. Someone could have channeled Inga. Wait, that's what I said! Someone could have channeled him. And he... The reason he was like screaming because he thought he was dead, and then he wasn't dead, so he ran out. And... yeah. Karamedate? Is that the second AI Somnium Files? Wait, no, that's not the second one. That's the is it a sequel also, or is it like another thing? Is it a sequel? Oh, dude, Date Everything is so funny. Genuinely, Date Everything is actually... I haven't played it yet. I've only seen, like, snippets of it. Date Everything is so funny. It is, like, a dating sim where you literally date household objects. It's so fucking fun. I really want to play it at some point. This is the land of channeling. Mostly for Kanamedate is a sequel, just a different name for some reason. I still have to play the second one. Still have to play the second one at some point, but money. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Garar makes up laws? It's back to square one. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. Not a huge fan of Date Everything, but I love the voice actors. Laura, yeah, the voice actors as well. Lots of really great English voice actors in that one. Howard is Trump, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. At least she's hotter. And without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Paulo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Time to think outside the box. It'd be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? A way to make people witness the living dead? Body. Honey, sweetheart, my love. Realization in 3, 2... There we go. Attaboy! I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how. Anyone here heard of Katawa Shoujo? Just download it. Seems pretty old. I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Also met a couple of the voice actors in Date Everything. For example, the chair named Jeremy. He was voiced by Jeremy Lee. Okay, that's great. That's great. I know some of the voice actors. I know that Ben Balmaceda's in it. I'm pretty sure Sayu's in it. Isn't Robbie Damon also somewhere in there? I think Zeno Robinson is in there. Laura Bailey. A ton of really popular voice actors. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Marry me? As in Jeremy, but chair, because it's a literal chair. Oh, she's Reese's voice actor. Ah. Who does Laura Bailey voice that I know? Does she voice anyone? I'm pretty sure she voices someone in Hoyoverse games, right? Pretty sure she does. Was in fact... I can't save! Never mind, I can. It was a ghost, obviously. A clone. Your Majesty, I fear the poor lawyer must be feeling ill in his tiny horned head. We should summon an ambulance before it's too late. Can't anyone take a joke in this country? It was a joke, was it? For shame. You had me truly worried there for a second. I'm fine. And I'm done joking around. Well, you are, but I'm not. Because, in fact, it was someone disguised as him. But I saw his face. I have no doubt that it was my father. Then maybe you have that facial recognition disorder too. Why did you prove it then? Would you still recognize me without these horns? That look you make when trying to dig yourself out of a hole with such nonsense. It is forever etched into my brain. I couldn't forget that imbecilic visage if I wanted to. Goddamn. No thanks. I'm kind of attached to them. Like, literally. Once considered puns to name my comic characters, but I'll just stick to weirdness. 2 syllables of the same word. Go-Go and Jam Jam. You know what? Valid. Okay. Real quick. We're gonna take a little break here because I gotta check if my granddad's back, and if not, then I gotta go feed my dogs, which might take like 10 to 20 minutes. But after that, we will continue. Okay. And we're back. Dogs have been fed. I shall also be fed because I have pancakes, which means though that I'm not gonna be able to read, so we're gonna munch and read along. Oh god, hold on, my nose. I feel like my nose has been like so weirdly like dry lately. Might also be the weather. It's all the weather. Anyway, I got pancakes. I got floofy pancakes. Whoops. Yeah, so I can't read with my mouth full, so y'all are gonna have to read for a couple minutes. Whoopsies. There we go. I'm gonna put it on autoplay. It was her. Never mind, apparently it was not her. Oh. Well. Oh, you're right. I'm head now. Until I can speak again. Also gonna... do it. Stop. I was gonna make the auto a little slower. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Text skip. Can I make the auto slower? Text skip on, text box transparency, wait time. Oh, yeah. I'll make it 2 seconds. There we go. Let me catch up real quick. Inga's scream, probably when he woke up from being called back to this world. Yeah. You ran out like a little bitch. Oh dear. Trust me, it wouldn't be the first time, buddy. Say it out loud, Apollo! And replace the W with a B! Also, I finished my first pancake. One more to go. Why is ew? Okay, there we go. There we go. You know what, sometimes you like have a glass of Nutella and it's getting warm, so the Nutella kind of melts and there's like a layer, you know, like all the fat kind of like accumulates on the top. Hatred. Hatred. Hmm. Yes. All right. Accuse lobby. Athena! Speaking of which. She'll be fine. She has testified under worse circumstances. Honestly, Brave has been growing on me. I'm not the biggest fan of like tsundere characters in general, but Reifa, I like her. Aww. That smog face. A cow, a horse? I like a cow. Cows are cute. I'll take the cow. Huh? Huh? Oh. Fascinating. Well. I remember. I remember what this is about, but I'm not gonna say anything. Not yet. Huh? I finished my pancake. Well, almost. Wow. That would be kind of fucked. Dude, that was like the last thing he should have said. All right. Okay. We can turn auto off because I have finished my food. All right. I do have to refill my water, though. Ace Attorney is like one of the worst games to be playing while eating. I can do it with HSR. HSR is fine because at least HSR has voice acting. Oh, with this one? Nothing. It's all me. That reminds me of Usopp sometimes. You know what? That's a kind of fair. I can see it. Yeah. Although I would consider Usopp to be a little more capable, at least current one. Also, Zen, welcome in. Alright. This also gave me a little chance to rest my voice, so. Let us resume the trial at hand. Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing. What do you think? What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused? Random question, have you played the horse gacha game? I have not. Literally everyone I know almost everyone I know has played it at least once and is in love with it. I have not. I just have too many gacha games already to keep up with. Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings? Then I shall simply revise it. Oh dear god. I did hear that Uma Musume is a really good game, though. Oh god. As ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. I know of a certain horse dating sim. Ever played that? The one, like, I forgot what it's called, but the one with the horse with the human head. I have never played it, but it's a classic. It's a classic. I know of it, and I heard that it's actually apparently surprisingly good. Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Looks horrible and I love it. It's, yeah, I saw it the first time, like, back in 2016 or something. Never played it, but I've heard surprisingly good things about it. Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. Why are all judges such bottoms? It comes with the job, apparently. Well, is Courtney a bottom? I can see Courtney as a bottom. Wrong wording. Too late. Sorry, Miss Faye, it was my idea. And you are... Oh, right. Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're Apollo! Nyx told me all about you! You're the new guy with the loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak? I'm sorry! Phoenix, of all people! Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. Yeah, 2 years ago, when I had like 3 cases. By bottoms, you mean they seem below rank? Oh. Yeah, of course that's what I meant. Obviously. That's what I meant too. Of course. So, why was I called here anyway? Am I under arrest again? Not this time, honey! I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Faye, this is a trial for Dirk Sadmati, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? But... That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
Objection!
What? Nova! Welcome in, how you doing? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims. Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion? Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Majesty. Okay. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. Didn't even have the chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. I mean, we know what you tried with fucking Shelly to kill her. You did not go quietly along with anything. Oh, wait. Yes, there are some things I'd go quietly along with. That, Maya, that didn't help at all. Sweetheart. It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Minister Inga. And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you? Of course. Doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying. Oh god, Apollo? I was being awfully secretive about something just now. I guess I better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. Maya versus Apollo when? Oh dear. Okay. Okay, let's save. And let's press. Let's see. Let's leave version 0 escape from the tomb. I was exhausted after being here captive for so long. He better didn't. Oh, no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Wow. Like, what? Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of The Plume Punisher. Acting like a brat, netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. Wow. I mean, hey, you gotta give it to him. For a hostage taker, he was pretty generous, you know? He was surprisingly nice to me. Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here? Maybe maybe it's because he has a daughter, so he has a soft spot for... I mean, to be fair, Maya is like 27. He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through? Oh, that? Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. Oh, dear God. With a wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup. I love it. The more we see of Garon, I love that the more we see of Garon, the more we're like, you know, maybe Inga wasn't such a bad guy. Like, I kind of get it, you know, maybe he had a point. I'll move myself back out here. I realized. I love that. Where it's like, you know, like, with a wife like that, I kind of get it. Like, overthrowing the government, if the person in charge of said government is her? I mean, in any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad. But of all the things that happened... I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember telling him? Don't remember, maybe... He's 28 now, okay. But I'm not senile, you know? Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time. Is that correct? Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then... Oh, my granddad's home. 1 second. Alright, we're good. Seeing Garan, Salmonella wasn't such a bad guy after all, right? I wouldn't say that. I would say, like, seeing Garan, like, Red White wasn't such a bad person. Or Von Karma wasn't such a bad person, you know? Salmonella! Okay, did you ever see Nana in the tomb dressed as dirt? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I'd remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Also, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right. Ha! Okay, then you have a chance. You didn't have a chance to channel him. Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there was no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it. Right. I guess she really didn't channel Inga then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes, but full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want. So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye. Of course! It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium. But Manila didn't kill anyone, Red White did? Yeah, but Manila was gross. At least Red White was funny. Manila wasn't even funny. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me, Phoenix! I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong, but... I'll show you, childish Nick! Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan, and then she said I'd go quietly along with some. So you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes? Of course not! Spirit channeling is my bread and butter, and I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo? Phoenix, would you use your legal skills to potentially commit a crime? You would never do that, Phoenix, right? Well, until finger-pointing and objecting become deadly, I don't see how they can be used. Oh, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback. Love to see it. I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please. Ha! But he made the most go to rent a girl. I mean, the pink princess. Anyway, I'd never go along with something like murder. I guess there are some things I'd quietly go along with, for example. Sounds to me like you were trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? We are in court! It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Sorry? I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law! Yeah, I know. Then what was it all about me being rude? I'm just doing my job. So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Dirk? Mm-hmm. A pretty big one. I think this is about all you're gonna get of her. Okay. Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. No, we should not listen to her! I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Minister Inga. Well, I mean, if you're asking like that, I feel like, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking. Maya! Maya! I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left be- Maya, why are you being so weird? Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer it, well, I will have to end this. You'd think there would be something to complete the deception. You bet there is! Shirley? Really? You're bluffing, I take it? I'll be fine! If you're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking. Apollo Justice. We know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye. Yep. Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. He was dressed in his usual suit. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Faye channeled Justice Minister Inga? The ashes of the tomb's incense. Let me see. Could be this. You know what? Fuck it. Oh. Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What was that doing in the tomb? So you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa. Especially if you were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb, where you burned them once you no longer needed them. She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo. It's fine, our music's playing. Miss Faye? Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Inga Karkul Karain, right? That is correct in part. But there's more. Much. Oh yeah, wasn't his name? Oh, no, wait, I remember! I remember! Inga Karkul, how could this name be any longer? How could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? Karain III. Right! That is his true name. What a be any longer? That's what he said. That's what he asked himself. Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, did you know his true name? No, I mean, how could I? Precisely. Carcool Kurain, what's the pun? I don't know what the Carcool is about. Kurain is, the name of the country, and then it's literally, how could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? That's a whole ass sentence. Yet a medium must know both the phase and the name of the one she seeks to channel. And there goes our music. So then Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know and didn't like thanks to that last trial? I can't believe this. Apollo? I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off of some wrong assumption again. Apollo? I was thinking... Yes? Since I didn't channel Minister Inga, is it possible that someone else did? Someone else? Let her cook, but who else could it have been? Well, the only people who can channel others are Maya and the Queen. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we? Oh. I don't care what Garan says. I'm going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. We should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Well, I'm waiting, Defense. And you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but there is someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Minister Inga. There is just one more person. And they were in Inga's quarters. That person is our only hope now. One person! Oh god. So the defense believes there was another. Let's have a very serious answer then. With pleasure. Horned devil. Who could have channeled Minister Inga? True C right, everyone. It was dark. Does... Question. Unrelated question. This just popped into my mind. If only women can channel spirits, what about trans people? Could a trans man still channel a spirit? Would a trans woman, after transitioning, be able to channel a spirit? Thoughts. Anyway, what about Nana? Your evidence said yourself. She never did go. Yep, she entered my husband's private quarters. Right, yep. And they were... This was made almost 10 years ago. I know. I can still ask questions and have fun thoughts. You know? I can still speculate. That's what I do. That's what you do with these kind of things. Does the channeling abilities come with the hormones? Yeah, that's... I want to know. I need to know the biology of spirit channeling. So gods who don't see more than just male and female will not allow it. I mean, it is still male and female. And why would gods only see those two to begin with, you know? So, you know, if it's a spiritual thing, then they should be able to, in fact. She said that Naina disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came out running not long afterwards. Came running out of not long afterwards. You are not seriously suggesting. It's the only thing that makes sense. Naina channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence. Depends on the sex, I guess. So trans man can, but trans woman cannot. As a matter of fact, there's a chance they could do it before they... I mean, yeah, Fascinating. Food for thought. You know, food for thought. If the developers didn't think of it, I can. It's gotta be it. Naina must have somehow channeled the minister. Okay, but to be fair, that would be a banger concept for a story. Because that would, like, really throw you for a loop. That would really throw you for a loop, I feel like. Like, that has potential to be, like, a banger plot twist. In my opinion. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore. And what about gender fluid people? Because gender fluid people can be like, they swap in essence. They don't identify with just one gender all the time. Like they sometimes identify as male, female, non-binary, and whatnot. First man channel, little do they know she's an egg. That's like one of those like prompts, one of those ideas that could either be pulled off really well or really transphobic. And like no in between. In AA6, we will see for the first time a trans man channeling, but Maya was arrested because everyone thought that a man cannot channel. Indeed. You can't claim Naina isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Naina to the stand. Well, Your Eminence? Alright. Now we can finally crack this case wide open. Alright, adjourn! Oh, never mind, no adjourn! There is no need. Naina's in the waiting lobby. But Naina's here? I thought she'd gone missing. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. Right. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today. She took time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent? I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Oh god. Let me take a sip of water for whatever voice I give her. Miss Naina, do you understand why you have been summoned here today? What voice do I give her? Just like regular old lady voice? Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed a crime. So this is Naina. That's quite the hairdo. Sure is. How does that fit under her... like, under her, thingy? Her headpiece? How does that fit? Though I will say... I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal, that's where Rafa gets her insult from. Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? That is a pair. Is that hair? So the ribbons are getting undone the moment she breaks down, right? Surely. I guess Nana rubbed off on her, what with all the time they spent together. She has a lice colony up there taking up all the blood her brain needed. Jesus Christ, then. You there, young hornhead. Yes? You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded. Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Just take the compliment. Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? The court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters. Thought those were bandages? Whatever they are. They are the same color as her hair. I have no spirit medium, Sonny. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly an honorable spirit medium. Whoops. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Khura'in. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garan is the only spirit... If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass, Maya Faye. And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Is there zero chance that Garan killed Inga? Oh, she absolutely did. I don't know how she did it, but she absolutely did. Like, with how evil she's acting? Absolutely. Question is just how. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Naina could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway. Our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Naina channeled Inga's spirit. Alright. Yeah. Under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. I'll be stuck through your head when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest? All day and I pushed myself too hard. Kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty monk only served to worsen my condition. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafa. Yeah. How very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I. Except to Rafa, Nina's not just a mere servant. Do you even think a mere commoner could channel spirits or slay a minister? What hogwash. Inga killed Garan, and that guard has been Inga the whole time? Jesus Christ. Yeah, and there we have it. Our first man to channel a spirit. I hear you're the head servant. Is that right? You're the head servant, that's plausible. That goes against the very underpinnings of Khura'in. Requires a noble spirit and rigorous training, but most importantly, it won't be a direct descendant. Okay. Well, he wasn't born and raised here. I'm so stuck. What if you actually have royal blood in your veins, Nina? Like a distant relative or something. Your spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter that even with a royal ancestor, it would be impossible to learn without the right training. True. I was must mention that this secret art is only taught here in the Hign of Khura'in and in your and in Khura'in Village, yeah. Things falling into place like I expected. It's the only spirit medium left. Whoops. We know Aura was the victim of an assassination, right? Oh, she was a beautiful, gentle soul. But she fell in love with a man of dubious origins and was murdered in a terrible blaze. They can be so cruel. Willing to bet that a real murderer is hiding inside Lena's hair and he's none other than a giant lice. Except she's actually still alive. Or Lena said another follower over the empty sarcophagus. Yep. The queen has been locked away and her existence in this world erased. But the fact that she is still alive shackles Nayuta to Garon's will. We believe a medium to be the culprit. It would have to be that young lady. It would not. Can be tied up and didn't even know ministering us true name, making it impossible for her to low channel him. I know nothing of that. Well, yeah, times have changed. No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it. Try not to look so forced while you do, would you? Yep. That means one person! The real murderer is Ratatouille. Well. Or the mouse in Ratatouille. Okay, so which statement would it be? It would be this one. So do I present the photo? Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Remy, that was it, right? Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. Ratatat the Pokemon? Close enough. Is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation? Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Mena's testimony. 1. She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium, because in Khura'in, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits. Hold on, I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Nina stated an absolute falsehood, since we know that Amora is still alive. At the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nina channeling Inga. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Keep going, you got this. That would mean that Nena channeled Inga. Even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Whoops. Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? It's alright. You may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. Ah. Bah. Wait a second. Are you going to propose what I think you are? It's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photograph? Oop. Reactions. This photo's very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Kurai. He's going to propose to Nena? I mean, hey, to each their own. Oh, I can feel those nails are about to break. I can feel those fake nails of her holding on for dear life. Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Will the defense please explain who was shown in the photograph? The person in the photo is the previous Queen Amara Sigatar Kurai. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she is very much alive. But that's nonsense! Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination. He's losing it! He's losing it! Has the lawyer gone mad? While I personally find it hard to believe, I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Oh god! Ah! Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she is actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here in this very courtroom today. Ooh. Yes? Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning, lawyerly art known as bluffing. Well, let me fucking talk! Let me talk first! But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue. Alright, then fucking explain what I just pointed out. That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Nayuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive, and has been disguising herself as Emma Sky. Oh, ow. Look at that face! This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these trials into one person, and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nana. Your true identity is the former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depth of hell. Oh, my, such frightening allegations! You say sweating? And absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives, and is actually Miss Nana here? You have truly gone off the deep end. Not surprised that it's her. Only one with superpowers can just slide around to take Rafa's robe. You're right. You're so right. You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence? If it wasn't true, then why is her eye twitching like that, huh? If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Is that correct? Get her ass, Apollo! That's my boy! I can deny it no longer. Elijah, welcome in! Just joined? Hell yeah! Hope you're doing well today. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nana, the woman who stands here before us. Oops. Here we go. Is Amara, the former queen to believed to have perished 23 years ago. Paul indeed. Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Nana. No. Amara Sigatar Kurai. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened. That's a lot of ellipses. Oh, dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. I'm sorry? What is the magical girl transformation? Is that just a thing in their family? Is that just a thing they do? Garan has her. Garan just needs a couple guards to stand in front of her. Amara has her. Can just cocoon herself in her sleeves. Also, yes, things are going too smoothly for now. We're like halfway through this case, if even. What voice do I give her? My range isn't that wide. I guess like something between Garan and Nayuta, maybe? Like something like Believe Me had? I don't know. I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I last greeted you, good people of Khura'in. It is I, Amara Sigatar Khura'in, your former queen. And smack, smack, smack! How'd you pull off those wrinkles? Mask? Also, or real good facial control? And I thought Garon's makeover was extreme. Will it be true? You are alive and well? It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress. Oh damn. I'm sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer. She's mute. Stop. I hope you can forgive me. It is quite alright, Garon. I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life, will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer. What does this mean? Yeah, the main special thing about Garon's makeover is just the speed. To be fair, not even. Like, she could have just been wearing all of that under her, like, robes and whatnot. So, nothing really special. Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago? I barely escaped that blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Something is weird here. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear younger sister Garon. Oh dear. Garon, I would have you explain. I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. You wouldn't protect anyone? And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant? She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place. Never even guessed she was living as a servant right in plain sight. I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. But those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead. Yeah, she is acting incredibly hostile towards Dirk. You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with. If there is something you wish to say, then say it. It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer. You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide. A grand priestess of Coriolism? You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eye of her people. Okay, and? If you commit the crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be you a priest, saint, queen, or god. I've never met such an egalitarian person. Queen Amara. In your years disguised as Nana, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? Oh. What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer. Me. The one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself. You may be a grand figure in Coriolism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. I love Apollo, I love Apollo, that's my boy right there. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder most foul? Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what he speaks. Fear not, good magistrate, for this is the sacred hall of justice. though I am a Grand Priestess, on this stand I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence. Compassion overfloweth your mercifulness. Oh, young lawyer, in my benevolence I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw. There's a flaw? Nayuta? Yes, your mercifulness. Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered? Jerksadmati, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga. Why not? Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuta. Explain how wrong it truly is. Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence, Princess Raifa, saw Minister Inga enter the tomb at around 2:30 p.m. Yet you, the defense, claimed the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, that means she would have had to be there, and it would mean that... well, it would mean that she would have had to be there. Then, once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb. Oh, yeah. Had she tried to exit before you all arrived? Princess Raifa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort. Ark. Surely feels like an Apollo finale. He's facing God and royalty now. Something that usually happens in an RPG's final boss. True. True RPG fashion. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered, defense? Oh, no, she wasn't. Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in the flood. Well, that was entertaining, Prosecutor Sadmati. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name. You wish for me to take over? Yes. Prosecute your father to save your mother. My God, you are a heartless woman. What a poignant fate you bear, but bear it you must. Are you ready? Yes, Your Eminence. And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of this sacred hall to your authority once more. Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, Your Mercifulness, your testimony, if you please. Let me save. Okay. And this, I think, is where we're gonna be. Oh, I forget it every time. Where we're gonna stop for today. Because my throat is starting to be worn. Where are we now? The cruel truth. No, I could have just done this. Someone forgot. Doesn't matter than that. So we're here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to do this in 2 streams. 2 streams should be fine. Right? We did 1, 2, 3. We did these in 1 stream. We did this in 1 stream. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We should be able to do it in 2 streams. So if we stream tomorrow and Friday, we should be able to do it. And if not, then next week for sure. I'm confused now. Which one's the mother? Queen Gargoyle or the goddess Amara? Amara is the mother. Amara is the mother. Gargoyle is the aunt. So yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow probably with more Ace-Attorney. Dear God. I don't know if I'll be live on Friday because I have an appointment then and I don't know how dead I'll be in the afternoon. Might be able to do a short stream, I don't know. Saturday is going to be HSR. Only HSR. We're gonna be reacting to the live stream, and we might continue our EU alt story journey for a little bit. Because I do need to unlock more there to actually... I unlocked, like, farming, but I didn't unlock dailies yet, actually. Or any events and stuff. And I don't even know when you unlock that. So... yeah. Yeah. So, we shall be back tomorrow. Assuming I don't feel too worn down tomorrow. Otherwise, we might do a half and half thing as well. I'll have to see. But we're gonna be finishing this game by next week. That is a promise. If not this week, then next week for sure. It's just that this trial is very long, and I think we're like about halfway through. So yeah, I thank you all for being here today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Consider following the Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. Stay safe, y'all. Take care. I wish you all a lovely rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. And I may see you again tomorrow. Longest round of the whole series? Yeah. Anyway, bye!